room was the house of John Mark. Whether it was the house of John Mark or not is not what is important, but rather it was within the walls of Jerusalem as established by the law, very close to the mountain where the temple of the Lord was erected. This mountain has a lot of importance in the history of salvation. Do you remember that God ordered Abraham to go up Mount Moriah to sacrifice Isaac? This happened in 2000 BC. This is the Temple Mount. In 2 Sam 24, King David, 1000 BC, took a census of the warriors, horses, and war chariots that he had. God forbade this in Deuteronomy, to punish David's trust in his army instead of putting his trust in the Lord. God sent a plague in which 70,000 warriors died. Then God had mercy on Israel and stopped that plague. As gratitude to the Lord David he built an altar on Mount Moriah. 22. In 2 Chron 3:1 we are informed that in that same place where David erected that altar, his son Solomon built the temple in which thousands and thousands of burnt offerings were offered to the Most High God. This significant place was chosen by Jesus Christ to institute the sacrament of the Lord's Supper. Time. It was the 14th of Nisan, the night when every Israelite ate the Passover. For 1,450 years the people of Israel had celebrated their liberation from slavery. In Egypt, they were freed from slavery by the blood of the lamb which they applied to the lintel of their house, while they ate its meat roasted over the fire. If it had not been for that blood on the lintel of their house, Israel would have had the same death as the Egyptians. The difference was the blood of the lamb. That night Jesus Christ chose to institute this sacrament. v. 26 While they were eating Jesus said, "Take, eat, this is my body." They still had the taste of the Passover, they were chewing the meat of the Passover lamb when he told them, "Take, eat, this is my body." We will study the institution of the bread. v. 26. The institution of the cup. VV.27 and 28. The promise. v. 29. The institution of bread. v. 26 Take, eat, this is my body. These were the last moments that Jesus shared with his disciples together. Then he was crucified. Jesus Christ wanted his disciples to relate the Lord's Supper with the Passover, and with his atoning death. After celebrating the first Passover, the people of Israel began their exodus. A difficult path, full of trials, to the land that flows with milk and honey. Likewise, Jesus Christ, after celebrating his first Lord's Supper, began his exodus, the agony of Gethsemane. Prisoner, reviled, judged, beaten, scourged, crowned with thorns, death on the cross. But that death on Calvary was not an accident, nor a victory of the enemies of Jesus Christ, it was a voluntary death to fulfill God's plan for our salvation. Love at its finest, this is my body that is broken for you. 23. The bread that Jesus used was unleavened, it was the bread that was normally used to celebrate the Passover.